Hello，各位同学，大家好，欢迎来到日常对话应用实战基础课程的第3堂课。我是严燕珍老师。今天我们要一起练习听力还有口语的技巧，学习如何在真实场景中自信地使用英语。不论是问路、购物，还是介绍夜市的特色，这些技能都能让你的沟通更加自然流畅。准备好了吗？ Let's get started。 我们第一部分呢是听力与口语表达练习。在日常交流中，清楚地听懂对方的话是成功沟通的第一步。所以接下来我们会先从听力练习开始，学习如何抓住关键讯息，并练习用简单的句子回应。现在，请专心听听看这段夜市对话吧。Where can the visitor find the pepper buns? 答案是50 meters straight ahead。各位同学有听到 straight ahead 这个关键字吗？ Straight ahead 就是在前面。好，那第二个是关键字抓取。那请同学记一下重点，把关键字记下来，然后再练习一下对话。Okay, so let's repeat the key information. Please say after me. Go straight ahead for 50 meters. 同学来练习念念看。Go straight ahead for 50 meters. 同学学会讲了吗？很好。那我们就进行下一个部分。好的，那接下来这部分呢，是要教导同学有关发音技巧。听懂别人说什么是非常重要的，但清楚地表达自己的想法，同样的是关键。所以接下来呢，我们来看看几个常见的发音挑战。像是 th 的音跟 r 和 l 的音，以及如何改善你的发音，让对方呢能够更容易理解你的话。现在请跟着我一起练习看看吧。首先我们要来看一下 th 的音。th 其实是我们舌头必须要伸出来，轻轻咬着你的舌头，不要咬太大力哦。那这个音呢会是发。那 th 的音呢有分2种，一种就是有声音，一种是无音。那同学可以来看一下哪些 th 的音是有声音的呢？像是 with。那无声的呢是像 think。当同学遇到 th 的音的时候，舌头记得一定要伸出来。如果没有伸出来的话呢 ，th 的音就会变成 s 的音，就会变成 think， 而不是 think。我建议同学呢，在家里拿着一面镜子，对着镜子练习看看。其实念英文，我们的脸部还有嘴型一定要 夸张。更特别是一些我们中文没有的音，就像刚刚老师所教的 th， 其实在中文里面是没有的。那这几个特别的音呢，就要多加练习。好，接下来我们要来看一下 L 跟 R 的发音差异。L 就是我们要把我们的舌尖顶在上方牙齿的正后方，而 R 是要卷舌，你的舌头要卷越里面越好。那我们来看一下单字 L 的单字，像 light。那 R 的单字有 right， 所以请同学呢要把耳朵张开来，要听听看自己念的音是否正确。另外还要再加上要看着镜子检视一下自己舌头的位置是否正确。好的，接下来我们要进行基础影音听力练习。发音练习让我们能够更清楚地说出句子。现在我们来练习听懂完整的句子。接下来我们会播放一段介绍夜市的小短片，请仔细聆听哦，并试着回答我的问题。各位同学准备好了吗？我们一起来试试看。What snacks were introduced in the video? 答案是 scallion pancake, quail eggs, stinky tofu, pork pepper bun. 第二个问题是 How did the vendor describe the quail eggs? Creamy inside, crispy outer, seasoning and sauce. 请各位同学跟着模仿念念看。
Scallion pancake, scallion pancake, scallion pancake. Quail eggs, quail eggs, quail eggs. Stinky tofu, stinky tofu, stinky tofu. Pork pepper bun, pork pepper bun, pork pepper bun. Creamy inside, creamy inside, creamy inside. Crispy outer, crispy outer, crispy outer. Seasoning and sauce, seasoning and sauce, seasoning and sauce.
同学看完影片了吗？那接着我就来问两个问题哦。第一个 ，What snacks were introduced in the video？ 答案有 scallion pancake, quail eggs, stinky tofu, pork pepper bun。你有答对了吗？好，接着我们来看一下第二个问题。How did the vendor describe the quail eggs？ 答案有 creamy inside, crispy outer, flavorful seasoning and sauce。同学也有答对第二题了吗？如果没有答对的话，没关系，可以再重复的去看一次影片。好，那请同学接下来就跟着模仿 读读看下面的句子哦。听力呢，不仅是被动的接受讯息，更重要的是要学会模仿正确的语调与句子的结构。所以接下来我们将从影片中截取几个有趣的句子，一起跟着读并模仿语调，好吗？So first of all, scallion pancakes are savory. They are pan-fried dough that are served with a bunch of different sauces and toppings like ham, cheese, egg, and basil. 同学要练习念念看哦。好，那接下来是有关情景模拟对话。在实际的情境中，将听力和口语结合起来，才能完成真正的交流。接下来我们会模拟几个夜市场景，包括询问价格、介绍商品，甚至面对突发情况的时候要如何应对。让我们进入角色扮演的练习吧。第一步，我们会模拟一些夜市常见的交流情景，例如，当旅客询问商品价格时，摊商该如何清楚、明确地回答？请同学扮演不同的角色，试着完成这些对话。请让我们先来看一下一个简单的对话例子。Visitor 观光客，他问说 ，How much is the grilled squid? Vendor 摊商回答说 ，It's $100 for one skewer. 同学练习念念看哦，而且可以进行角色扮演。
How much is the grilled squid? It's $100 for one skewer.
接下来我们将增加一些挑战情境，测试你的反应能力。比如说，当旅客提出一些特殊的需求或遇到问题时，该怎么回应呢？这不仅能考验你的语文运用能力，也能提升你的应变技巧。所以，让我们一起来试试这个情境吧。OK， 首先呢，想象一下，有位旅客告诉你说 ，I'm allergic to seafood. Do you have other options? 意思就是说，我对海鲜过敏，请问有其他选择吗？那请问你会怎么回答呢？我们可以用清晰的句子来表达你的回应。接下来我们重复看一次刚刚的句型。游客问说 ，I'm allergic to seafood. Do you have other options? Vendor 摊商的回复 ，Yes, we have vegetable pancakes. 这是一个清晰、简单的回应，可以让游客很清楚地了解到你们还有提供哪些其他的选项。最后呢，就是一个评估跟回馈了。角色扮演完后，我们需要对自己的表现进行评估。现在我会提供3个评估重点，也帮助各位同学了解自己的进步空间，也可以录下你们的练习过程哦。好，第一个评估重点呢是有关你的流畅度。流畅度呢是指是否能自然地去表达句子。第二个评估是正确性， 有关语法还有发音是否正确。第三个评估重点是创意度，也就是说，你的回答是否能应对突发情境。
Visitor, excuse me, I'd like to order some stinky tofu. Vendor, sure, do you want it spicy or mild? Visitor, mild please. Also, can I have extra pickled cabbage? Vendor, no problem. Anything else? Visitor, that's all. How much is? Vendor, it's 60 NTD. Visitor, here you go. Thank you. Vendor, thank you. Enjoy your food. Visitor, hi. How much is this keychain? Vendor, it's 150 NTD. Visitor, can I get a discount if I buy two? Vendor, sure, I'll give you both for 250 NTD. Visitor, great, I'll take them. Vendor, thank you. Here's your change. Visitor, hi, what do you recommend? Vendor, our fried squid is really popular. Visitor, can I have a sample? Vendor, of course. Here you go. Visitor, it's delicious. I'll take one portion. Vendor, great choice. That'll be 100 NTD. Visitor, I'd like to buy a grilled corn, please. Vendor, that's 80 NTD. Visitor, here's 100 NTD. Vendor, here's your change, 20 NTD. Enjoy your food. Emma, welcome to Taiwan. This is one of the most famous night markets in Taipei. Emma, wow, it's so lively here. There are so many food stalls and people. Yes, night markets are a big part of Taiwanese culture. Let's get some food. Do you want to try stinky tofu? Stinky tofu? It smells really strong. Is it delicious? Trust me, the crispy outside and soft inside make it amazing. You can choose spicy or mild. Alright, I'll try mild first. Here you go. That'll be 60 NTD. Emma, let's also try bubble tea. Yes, I've heard a lot about it. What's the best flavor? The classic one is black tea with tapioca pearls, but you can also get fruit flavors. I'll try the classic one. Also, I don't like too much sugar. How do I ask for less sugar? Just say, less sugar, please. Here's your bubble tea. Enjoy. Thank you. This is delicious. I knew you'd love it. Now, let's check out some souvenir stalls. Oh, I love these cute keychains. How much are they? One for 150 NTD. But if you buy two, it's 250 NTD. Can I get a better price if I buy three? Sure, 3 for 350 NTD. That's a good deal. I'll take 3. Nice bargaining skills. Now, let's go play some games. Oh, I see people throwing rings at bottles. Let's try that. Good idea. If you win, you can get a prize. This night market is so much fun. I want to come back again. Where are Tony and Emma? A. At a shopping mall. B. At a night market. C. At a theme park. D. At a restaurant. B. At a night market. What food does Tony recommend to Emma first? A. Bubble tea. B. Fried chicken. C. Stinky tofu. D. Oyster omelet. C. Stinky tofu. What does Emma do after buying souvenirs? A. She goes home. B. She plays a game. C. She buys more food. D. She visits a temple. B. She plays a game. How much does the vendor charge for 3 keychains? A. 450. B. 400. C. 350. D. 300. C. 350. What game do they see people playing? A. Shooting balloons. B. Fishing for goldfish. C. Throwing rings at bottles. D. Dart throwing. C. Throwing rings at bottles. What does Emma think about the night market? A. It's boring. B. It's fun. C. It's too crowded. D. It's too expensive. B. It's fun. What is the classic flavor of bubble tea? A. Green tea with pearls. B. Black tea with tapioca pearls. C. Mango juice with jelly. D. Oolong tea with ice. B. Black tea with tapioca pearls. How does Tony describe stinky tofu? A. It's spicy and dry. B. It's crispy outside and soft inside. C. It's sweet and chewy. D. It's cold and refreshing. B. It's crispy outside and soft inside. Cheap. Cheap. The food in the night market is cheap. Chip. Chip. I dropped a chip on the table. Rice. Rice. I'd like a bowl of rice. Rise. Rise. The prices always rise during holidays. Buy. Buy. I want to buy some souvenirs. Buy. Buy. Bye. See you next time. Heart. Heart. She has a kind heart. Hard. Hard. This game is really hard to win. Light. Light. The night market has bright lights. Right. Right. Turn right at the food stall. Cheap. Cheap. This t-shirt is cheap. Sheep. Sheep. I saw a sheep on the farm. Sink. Sink. The ring fell into the sink. Think. I think I'll order some bubble tea.
那这个大家应该都很熟悉这个画面吧？右手边呢，这里就是你登录的账号，你直接绑定一个 Google 的账号。那左手边这里呢，这里就是它的模型。那它现在的模型有非常多，就是有 4O 啊、O1 啊、O1 mini 啊，它之后现在还有那个更厉害的测试版，据说已经打败人类大脑的一个竞赛的模型，它的推理能力非常非常的强。好，目前暂时还没有开放，但是开放给研究的人员去做测试。好，那我们现在呢，先来进行就是英文测试的部分，就是程度的测试。我前面的话我就没有写得很详细，我就是简单告诉他说我想要学英文，然后请你帮我做英文程度的测试，然后针对单字、文法、阅读、听力、口说。好，然后呢，紧接着呢，他就给我一些题目，这些题目应该对大家来讲都非常简单，对不对 ？Which word fits best in the brain？ 第一题答案是什么 ？Sunny。所以大家就知道，我们真的离开学校太久了。其实就是说啊，我们都会讲，可是就是有些时候你刚好遇到题目的时候，你就会卡住这样子。好，类似这样子，就是他会给你解释。针对性练习，比如说，他会告诉你说，同义词是什么，反义词就是刚刚针对你刚刚我们的那个题目，也就是说，你请他来测试你的程度的时候，为什么要第一件事要这么做呢？那就是因为，他可以去记忆，就是我们在旁边这边不是会有一个对话框吗？那你一旦开启了就是跟他的对话的时候，你就是不断的跟他讲说，那我哪一些单字是已经会了，那请把它记起来，以后不要再出现。那他经过记忆的时候，你就可以反复的跟他练习新的字。好，这就是为什么要请他出题，我们练习，要不然其实你也不知道自己会不会，他也不知道你会不会。好，这个呢就是我请他就是我设定我是一个就是夜市的老板，那请他给我一些相关的字，那他当然是很迅速的就开始给我一些相关的字。这个呢，他一开始知不知道？他其实不知道，他不知道台湾有分成什么全糖、8分糖、半糖、单分糖、无糖，他不知道。那你是不是要训练他？对，就是你要训练他，这就是我刚刚提到的第4点，好，那个客制化，就是特定的领域，你要跟他讲说，我们有珍珠奶茶，还有珍珠鲜奶茶，还有黑糖珍珠鲜奶茶，就是有很多种东西，光一个茶类就有非常非常多种这样子，好，就是类似这样子，然后还有中杯、大杯、尺寸、冰的、热的、少冰、微冰、去冰等等等，好。就类似这样子，不管你是什么样的产业，你就是可以针对你需要用到的来去训练它。然后再来热食名称、常用的短句，好，大辣、中辣、小辣，好，加蛋、加胡椒。那实用的短句还有就是，当我们去观光啊，或者是我们是老板的时候，我们可能就会用到很多支付工具。那支付工具怎么说？我那时候在想说，悠卡叫什么名字啊？我一时之间也想不起来。原来叫做 Easy Car。有时候我们都讲习惯了，反而就不晓得这样。OK， 好，类似这样子。然后 J-Code Pay 啊 ，Line Pay 啊 ，Line Pay 大家应该是最记得的。好 ，QR Code 这样 ，Credit Card 等等等。好，这些简单的，那你提出你的要求，它就可以就是把你想要的就提供给你视句。如果这个还不够，你就一直不断的告诉他。
好的，同学今天学习的如何呢？记得发音的部分要常常在家练习哦。相信今天同学们在听力和口语技能上取得了很大的进步。下次我们将进一步学习专业领域的英语的应用。So see you next time. Bye.